Hey, everybody! Welcome to Vorpal Board stream. It's Tuesday night. That means team stream. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you're by yourself. Where's the team? Well, we're playing a solo game tonight, so you're just going to have me chatting with you this evening. Tonight we got a cool stream. We're Agent Dave, solo game. Good to see you, Dave. It's been a while. Tonight we're playing Harsh Shadows, which is a game that just finished up on Kickstarter last week or the week before. And it's from Wonderspell, which is a publisher that's a combination of Jason Greeno and Jason Tagmeyer. You probably know Jason Tagmeyer from Button Shy Games. He's been on Vorpal Board with me before. But the two of them ran this Kickstarter. The game is designed by Rachel Bruner, who I think this is her fifth or sixth game listed on Board Game Geek, and then the art is by Ben Flores. And it's a cool solo game where you're going to be scooting around to all sorts of different locations, chasing a spy, gathering evidence, and then trying not to get blown up by bombs, which is the perfect kind of goal for a spy. Tonight we're going to play it at least one time. We'll see how long the first play goes. I can answer some questions and stuff, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll do a second playthrough. Agent Dave, I've been staying away from Kickstarter this year. You, my friend, you have a will of steel. It's been a pretty good year for Kickstarter stuff so far. I have myself backed a number of games, this one included. So a couple of quick notes to start. What you're seeing here asset-wise is from the print and play of the game. This was supplied to me by Wonderspell, and I just dragged everything right into Vorpal Board to play today. For folks who are not familiar with Vorpal Board, what you're looking at on screen here is Vorpal Board. It's a web-based platform for playing tabletop games online, and it can play pretty much anything you can throw at it. It lets you stream your tabletop. It lets you bring in assets digitally and play with both physical and digital at the same time. Tonight, I'm just going to be using all digital assets because I generated this out of the print and play. But you can check our back catalog of videos or our YouTube page to see all the different stuff the system can handle. If you're more interested, or if you're interested in more details about Vorpal Board, you can find out about us at vorpalboard.com or any of social media. We're Vorpal Board on everything. If you're interested in this game after you watch me playing some tonight, or if you were just coming to see something that you backed on Kickstarter, you can find the campaign on Kickstarter. I'll drop a link into the chat here in a second. And this game is also available for pre-order right now. So you can actually go to Wonderspell's website and you can pre-order the game. You can grab a free black and white print and play on both the Kickstarter page and Wonderspell's page if you want to try this out yourself. And it's a quick setup. It's not that many cards, so you could cut it out and give it a shot yourself if you were so inclined. So here we go. I'll drop a couple links for you all if these work. There's the Kickstarter link, and then you can go to Wonderspell's page if you're interested in pre-ordering. The Kickstarter, I think, was for $12. It generated $26,000 from over 1,600 backers. So for this size of a game, I would say that it was very successful. And hopefully, everybody gets their hands on it real soon. So, all right, before we started, I did a little bit of setup. I cheated a little bit. I didn't show you all the dealing out of all the cards. But I figured this was going to make it a little bit easier for me to go over the rules before I started playing. So the goal of this game is to move around all these locations, gather evidence, gather the right evidence into your tableau, and I'll tell you how that works, and then chase down the spy, get a tracking bug on the spy, and then finally accuse the spy with all the evidence that you've gathered. And if you've gathered the right evidence when you accuse the spy, you win. If you've gathered the wrong evidence when you've accused the spy, you lose. You can also lose if you get blown up by a bomb, and you don't have any cards to discard. I'll talk you through that a little bit. But the rule set is really thematic. Everything that you see on screen here is the setup, so it doesn't take up a lot of table space. And it's very quick to set up. You do a little bit of shuffling of various decks. You mix in the bombs in a couple different ways to make sure that the starting set only has a certain number of bombs. Then you throw the rest of the bombs in the deck. But it's all pretty straightforward. All right, so layout. Let's start on the far right here. there are 3 piles, and these are case files from the top to the bottom, okay? And I'm going to zoom in on the cards a little bit. There are 3 different case files that I'm going to be able to pull evidence out of by buying it with clues. The first case file is called the red herring case file. It has 1 item in it. Now, normally the rules say to tuck these cards underneath the case files. I just stacked them to the right, just so you could tell what was going on a little bit more clearly. So there's 1 red herring, and that 1 item is very dangerous, because if I end up with that piece of evidence in my tableau at the end of the game when I try to accuse the spy, I lose automatically. So it's very important for me to try to figure out what the red herring is. Now, there is some kind of gambling and luck involved in this game, so it's possible that I get to the end of the game and I'm just kind of taking a chance and I don't know what the red herring is, but that's a dangerous position to be in. Now, along the bottom of the card, you'll see there's a cost, and that's how many clues I need to spend to buy the red herring card. I have to spend 3 clues unless I've already bought 1 piece of evidence, and then I just spend 1 clue. All right, so I'll show you how the buying works in a little bit, but that's the first case file. Second case file is the evidence. There are 3 items in this case file. Now, these 3 items are the items I need to find in order to successfully accuse the spy. So figuring out what's in this case file is a huge priority. It's kind of expensive. It'll cost me 6 total clues to buy each of these items out of the evidence case file. So it might be that I don't get all 3 of them, and I'm going to guess towards the end, but you should try to get as many as you can. Now, the third case file is called false leads. The false leads are all evidence items that they won't lose you the game if you have them in your tableau, but they're not the ones you need. So you can kind of use some deductive reasoning here to try to look into, if you don't have enough clues, you might want to look into this case file to kind of figure out what are not the pieces of evidence that you need, because it's cheaper to pull these out. So depending on how the game goes, you might go one way or the other. But those are the 3 different case files. I've already stacked the piles of cards next to my case files. So there's 1 here, 3 here, 4 here. And as I buy them with clues, I'll just be able to flip them over and take a look at what they are. So once we get there, you'll see how that goes. All right, middle of the board. These are all the locations I'm going to be able to move around to. There are 9 location cards that come with the game, and they're double-sided. And on one side is some text. The image is the same on both sides, but on one side is the text side, and that's kind of the face-up side. And every single location has a special thing you can do as the agent in that location. You can only do it 1 time. When you do it, you flip the card over. So let's say I was on Sunrise Park and I activated this location. The activation benefit from this location is if the spy is on the run, which happens at the end of the game, we reverse the countdown card once, so we can reverse the kind of end of game timer once. And then once you're done, you flip the card, right? So if I were to use this location, I just select it and flip it over. The art is the same, but you don't have the text anymore. When you first deal out your locations, you're going to deal all 9 out, and whichever card is in the middle starts face down. So this one, you don't get to do whatever it is. And I've played this game a number of times, and the fact that I do not have this location, which is the library, is a real bummer, because this one actually makes buying evidence cheaper. The confiscated items, it's 1 cheaper while you're in that location. So that's actually a real good card. It's a bummer that I'm not going to get to use it, which means this might be a hard round. So those are all the locations. As spies and agents, we're going to kind of move around these locations, and I'll show you that in just a second. But then next to every location, you also deal a face-down discovery card. And what these discovery cards are a few things. They can be evidence. And so when I said you move around all the locations looking for evidence, this is where we're going to find those evidence pieces. And by evidence, I mean it's like a cell phone, a passport, a gun, all the classic spy stuff, right? And as you're moving around location to location, I'm going to be picking up those evidence cards and adding them to my tableau. Discovery cards can also be clues, which is kind of your currency here. So if I find a clue, I can then use that clue to buy confiscated item cards to try to figure out what the end game items I need are, or what to figure out what the red herring is. And then the third thing that the discovery cards can be are bombs. And if I happen to stumble upon a bomb and pick it up, I immediately have to discard a card from my hand and my turn ends. And so if I don't have a card to discard, I lose the game. So kind of the balance here is that you're moving around, you're picking up new evidence, You're trying to figure out what evidence you need to successfully accuse the spy, and you're trying to avoid blowing up, which is perfect, right? That's a spy movie. And then the spy has agency of his or her own, depending on if you're playing, which side of the card you're playing. I'll actually show you what the spies look like. So these are the spies that I'm going to be tracking. Either Wolf Rose, or if I flip the card over, it's Gray Knight. So you can choose either one. There's no difference gameplay-wise between the two. It's just artistic. And then for your agents, you can either choose Agent Davis, or you can choose Agent Torres. And I don't know if I mentioned this at the start. As I said, this is from the print and play. I believe that this art is final, but I do not know for sure. So it's possible that some things might change a little bit during fulfillment, and I am not 100% sure if the rules are all the way finalized or if maybe those would potentially change a little bit as well. Okay, so I'm going to play as Agent Torres, and I start in the bottom right corner. So the way that this works is you just place your card kind of covering 2/3 of the location, so you can still see the location text at the bottom. And then the spy starts in the top left corner. And then there's a few more cards that I need to discuss. So this is the discovery deck, which we're going to draw more discovery cards out of as the game is going on. So as the spy's moving around, more cards are going to come out and go into the field here. So there's going to be more and more stuff for me to be able to pick up. But what's an interesting note is of the way that you shuffle the deck to start, of the 9 discovery cards that are out here, only 1 is a bomb. So you're only guaranteed to have 1 bomb out here on the board when you first start. There are 3 more bombs in the remaining 13 discovery cards. So the probability of a bomb goes up in this deck versus what I start with. And that's just because if you got 2 bombs right out of the gate, your round would pretty much be over. So I can feel safe about what starts on the board, but as more cards are coming out, I can't feel safe about those new cards because there's a higher probability that they're going to kill me. The spy movement deck, you'll see that in just a second, but essentially it's the way the spy moves around the board. We're going to draw 1 card per round when it's the spy's turn, and that tells us which way the spy should go. And then 2 special items that I get to start the game with. One is the Bomb Defuse Kit. And the Bomb Defuse Kit is like your get out of jail free card, right? So if you hit a bomb and you don't have any cards to throw away, thanks for the follow, Korean33. If you don't have any cards to throw away when you hit a bomb, you can use this Bomb Defuse Kit exactly 1 time to snip that red wire and defuse the bomb. It's really very important for if you get stuck into a situation where you need to discard and you can't do anything about it. The other special card is the Tracking Bug. Now what the Tracking Bug is it's something I can put on the spy, and the way that I need to do it is I need to move to a location, I need to put the bug there, and then I need to have the spy step on that bug via its random movement. And when that happens, the bug will turn on. I flip the bug over, and then 2 times I can actually look at what the next card of movement the spy is going to have, which is helpful if I'm trying to like run the spy down at the very end of the game. And then the other cool thing is that, well, not cool, but you need it to win. So you need to get the bug on the spy if you're going to win the game. And you cannot put this card, the last little bit about the Tracking Bug, you cannot put it in locations that have the no bug icon on it. And those are, let's see, this one you can see the post office has a no bug policy. The Crystal Globe Casino has no bug, which thematically makes sense. They don't let you bring out any devices in those places. And then I think that's it. No, also Paragon Bank. You're not allowed to have the bug there. So I'm going to have to place this bug somewhere in sort of the top half of the board here. And then I'm going to have to work to try to get the spy to step on it so I can get the bug on Gray Knight here. And then this little card, we'll see towards the end of the game. This is just a way to keep track of sort of the final phase of the game. The final phase of the game is when the spy runs out of cards. There's kind of a timer on these discovery cards. They'll go on the run, and then you have 4 turns to catch them and accuse them. And this is just keeping track of those final 4 turns. So that's what that's for. All right, so I think that covers all the rules. I might run into something as we go that I'll need to either tell you guys about or heaven forbid, check the rule book. I try to do that as little as I can, but you never know. Dave, how have you guys been doing? It's been a while. Yeah, we're doing great. I did get my hair cut. I don't look like I was raised by wolves anymore, but things have been going well. We've recently brought back Team Stream for Vorpal boards, so we're trying to do a little bit more streaming. And as we're coming out of quarantine, things are doing great. Hopefully everybody out there is doing well as well. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions as I go through it, either about Vorpal board or about Harsh Shadows. If you're a backer of the Kickstarter, shout it out in chat. I love to have the folks who actually back these games be able to take a look at them while we're playing them live. And then, hopefully I can answer questions. I don't know if I'll have all the answers about the game, but I'll definitely be able to answer questions about my experiences with it so far. Okay, so first turn. I can move orthogonally or I can move diagonally. So I'm down here, Agent Torres, and I can move to the bus station, or Paragon Bank or the library. And so I'll take a look at some of these actions that you can do at the various locations. So the bus station, on my next turn, I can move to any other location. So that's cool if I'm trying to track down the spy. I actually like the idea of like hopping on a bus and then like bursting out and accusing a spy when you get off the bus, pulling that little like bus stop thing. All right, so I could go to the bus station. I could go to the bank. I'm not going to use any of these abilities yet, I don't think, because they're really kind of powerful later in the game. So I'm going to just step immediately to the middle. And you'll see kind of why I'm trying to do this. So when I step to the middle, I pull the discovery card from that location. All right, so this is the aforementioned clue card. So you can either get regular clue cards, which will just look like a fingerprint like this, or you can get a 2x clue card. It just has a ×2 on it, and that obviously counts as 2 clues. Now, I could use this if I wanted to once per turn buy something from an evidence file, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to hold out and actually buy some of the real evidence cards. I try to get these evidence cards if I can get them to kind of tell me what's going to happen here. So I'm going to hold out. I'm not going to buy anything. The other stuff I could do on my turn is place the tracking bug, accuse the spy, or use the location's action. So this location, I can't actually use the action. And so I am going to place the bug. So I can place the bug in this location. So I'm just going to put it right here as kind of an indication that it's sitting in this location. I want to place it in the middle. I'm going to try to place it in the middle in hopes that this spy steps in there. So I'm getting a little bit aggressive right out of the gate, which is dangerous because obviously on the spy's turn, he could just step right onto me in the turn. And if the spy steps onto you, you got to lose an item from your tableau. So I am going to hold on to this card just in case I get a bad draw. And then I can throw away the clue instead of throwing away a valuable piece of evidence. Okay, so that's my turn. That's my opening gambit. And now we're going to move to the spy's turn. So the way spies work is you just draw a card face up from the spy movement deck. And this is what those cards look like. There's going to be a big arrow, a small arrow. First, you look to see if you can use the big arrow to generate the movement. If you can, that's the movement you do. If you can't, say the spy was over here at the carnival and they couldn't move to the right, you use the little arrow. If you can't do either of those, you then rotate the card 180 degrees and then you use the big arrow. And then I actually ran into a scenario earlier today where I had to go even further and use the small arrow on the rotated 180 degree card. That's not in the rules, but I assume that's what you're supposed to do. So anyway, the draw was like this. So he's going to move right, which is fine because I didn't get crushed by him. And then whatever location the spy goes to gets a new discovery card face down. And when you draw these cards face down, you slide them under the card that's already at the location. And that's important because if you remember when I was discussing the rules at the beginning, these cards have more bombs. So it's important to note that the first 9, the top 9 cards, if I keep track of which of the cards out there are the top 9, I know that there's only 1 bomb in there, so I can be a little bit safer moving around through those 9 locations. All right, so spy didn't step on me. We're good to go. My turn. All right, let's see. I would love to get the spy right out of the gate to get the tracking bug on him. So I'm going to take a look and see if there's any tricks I can do. The hotel, it makes it so if it forces the spy to come to you, when you rotate the card. So an adjacent spy must move here on their turn, then flip this card, right? So it's cool because if you're trying to get the spy to come to you to accuse him, that's a nice way to get it done. All right, the bank, they can only move left or right. Now I want to see, I think there's one that lets me force the spy to move up or down. Yeah, Uptown Post Office, right? So if I go to this location, I'm going to grab a card. All right, so I got a second clue. That's good. And then I'm going to use this location skill. So during the spy's next turn, they will only move up or down. And then I'm going to flip this card. All right, so that's really good because what I want the spy to do next turn is move down so I can get this tracking bug on the spy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 clues. And when I discard stuff, I'll just put it over here so I can kind of keep memory of what I've spent already. And when I do that, I actually am going to buy one of these pieces of evidence from the evidence file. So I'm going to buy the top one. All right, so this is good. Now I know. Actually, these are going to go over here. Sorry. I'll move these over. There we go. All right, so now I know that this card, Hidden Camera, is one of the 3 items that I need to find during my adventure here to accuse the spy successfully at the end of the game. All right, so that's a good little bit of info. I'll make a little note about the art. I think thematically the art's very cool. I think my favorite part about it is that these are like pinned to like a cork board in that classic, spy cop drama. Here's all the evidence pinned up on the wall kind of look. They did a really good job with this one, just sort of making everything thematically look really good for the spy motif. All right, so I spent my 2 clues. I have made it so the spy can only go up or down, and I got to a new location, so I am all done. There's nothing else I'm going to do. So we're going to draw for the spy's movement. All right, so the interesting thing is there isn't any, this is another little house rule that I've created. There isn't anything about how to implement this he can only move up or down. The way that I've been playing it is that I continue to draw movement cards until I get either up or down. Now, when you run out of movement cards, you just shuffle them and play them again. So drawing multiple ones is fine. So there's no up or down here. Yes, yes. All right, so I got him to move down. So down he comes. All right, now, he stepped on my tracking bug. Good. All right, so I get to turn the tracking bug on. When I turn the tracking bug on, the art changes a little bit. It's got these little signals coming out of it. And then if I want to now, I can activate this 2 times throughout the whole rest of the game. And if I do activate this, I get to look at the next spy movement card. And obviously that's very important if you're trying to corner the spy in the end of the game when they're moving around. So, all right, so I'm going to move this back into my inventory. Now, the thing that happened when this spy moved to the library is we're going to get a new face-down discovery card. It goes in the library. And then that's the spy's turn. All right, so I'm in a little bit of a dangerous position here because I have no cards in my tableau. And anywhere I go, I'm going to be directly next to the spy. So I actually am going to use one of my tracking bugs. I really would love to not do this so early, but I also don't want to lose. So, got to do what you got to do. All right, so I'm going to rotate this card, indicating that I've used it 1 time. I'm going to draw this card to table face up. All right, so he's going to go here. Oh, man, so it was a waste, but whatever. That's life. All right, so I'm going to move up so I can stay as far away from him as I can. When I move to the hotel, I don't want to use this card, this skill right here, but I'm going to take the discovery card. And I got a clue. Very good. And I'm not going to spend the clue. I'm going to hold off. And now the spy is going to go here because that was his movement. So that's great. We get a new discovery card. That's going to go under the card that's already there. And that's the spy's turn. All right, my turn. I'm going to keep going around the outskirts here. Okay. All right, so this is what it looks like when you actually find a piece of evidence. So I found a laptop. Is that good? Is that bad? Who knows? We don't know yet because we haven't gotten enough clues to figure out what we need. So I'm going to hold on to it. It could be bad. That's the one thing that's tricky, is this red herring could be the laptop. And if it turns out that it is the laptop and I tried to accuse the spy, I would lose. So we got to figure that out ASAP. All right, Sunrise Park. This is the one that will, gain me back a turn when the spy is on the run. Obviously not going to use that. I'm not going to spend my clue. I'm still going to hold out and try to do the confiscate or the evidence. So it's the spy's turn. Hey, Jason Greeno in the house. Thanks for streaming, James. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool game. Congratulations on the Kickstarter success. I hope the fulfillment goes very smoothly. Let me know if I'm doing anything incorrectly. It's happened before. All right, so I'm going to... Okay, so let's see. What's my spy going to do? All right, so here's one of those situations where the arrows don't work, right? So spy can't go right. Spy can't go diagonally down. So I'm going to rotate the card 180 degrees, and now spy goes left. So there he goes. Have at it, spy. All right. Draw a face-down card. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna keep rotating. I've actually been pretty lucky because the spy has stayed sort of in the south part of the location, or south part of the map here, and I've been able to head around to the north. So I'm gonna move to Espresso Lane Cafe. This one's kind of cool. It can actually force the spy to not move. So I don't know. I'll think about if I want to do that in a second here. But first things first, I'm going to take my discovery card. Oh, womp, womp, womp. All right, got my first bomb. So here's the deal with the bomb. I must discard one discovery card or fail this mission, all right? So I could discard a clue. I could discard the laptop. This is where you got to be real careful with this game, because if the laptop is one of the evidence items, which isn't, that low of a probability. There's only 8 total pieces of evidence. If the laptop is one of them, no matter what I do for the whole rest of the game, I'm going to lose. I won't know it until further along, but if I throw this away, I could be, signing my death warrant here. So I also don't want to get rid of this clue, because clue as a currency is super important to try to maximize how many items you can buy. So I might really regret this, but I am going to defuse this bomb early. I'm going to use my defuse kit. I like to use the little things as soon as I can to maximize my early advantage. And then, if it turns out that I got to make sacrifices and take chances later, that's fine. So I defuse this bomb. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there are 4 total bombs. So there's going to be a lot more of a mess coming for me now that I don't have my defuse, but we'll deal with that problem when we get there. All right, so my turn ends immediately upon hitting a bomb. I believe that applies even if you defuse the bomb. So there's nothing else I can do, which is fine. I don't think I was going to do anything anyway. So that worked out all right. All right, let's see what the spy does. Okay, spy can't go diagonally to the right, but spy can go left. So there he goes. And here's an interesting little tidbit. Now that the spy is in a no bug zone, if I wanted to look at what the spy's next movement is, I can't. So not only can I not place the bug in those locations, I also can't use the bug on the spy if the spy is in one of those locations. Okay, so we get a new discovery card. Now you might not be able to see this on the stream. I'll zoom in on it here. But the discovery deck, there's 13 cards in it when you start, right? And that's kind of the timer for the game. When we run out of discovery cards is when the spy goes on the run. So that's kind of how you're keeping track of how quick you need to operate. So I still got plenty of time. All right, so my turn. I'm gonna keep staying away from the spy. All right, I got another clue. Perfect. All right, this is very good. Let me zoom out slightly here so you can see all the things that I have unlocked in the evidence. All right, cool. So I am going to go ahead. Let's see what the carnival is. If the spy moves to this location while the agent is here, do not discard a card. If you use this ability, flip this card. Oh, okay. So this is kind of like those scenes in spy movies where you can kind of like disappear in the carnival, you know, where is he riding that horse over there? And then the spy looks and, oh no, he's gone. So I'm not going to use this obviously right now, but this is good to know. If you get into a tricky spot with the spy, you can kind of hide there. Okay, so I am going to spend 2 clues. And I am going to get another evidence item. Photographs. All right, I was hoping for a laptop there. So now the probability that this is a laptop obviously is there's only one more card in evidence. So only one more chance for the laptop to be valuable to me, but that's okay. All right, so that is my turn. I have nothing else weird that I'm going to do. And now we're going to draw for the spy. All right, spy's going up. This is perfect. The spy is just like following me around the board. I love it. It can get very hectic if you get some bad draws on the spy, because then they're next to you and you're always kind of at risk of just having your tableau get blown up, literally by the spy. Okay, so I'm going to go down. Take a look at what's here. Perfect, another clue. I'm going to hold out. I'm going to save my clues. I'm going to try to get all in on the evidence first, and then I'm going to try to, after I get the evidence figured out, then I'll worry about the red herring. I could use the clue right now to get the red herring just so I would know if it's the laptop, which is an interesting strategy because if you know what the red herring is, you can actually force getting it out of your tableau, right? You could step on the spy on purpose or get the spy to move to you just to get it out of your hand. And sometimes it's hard to sort of engineer that to happen. So knowing the red herring early is actually pretty helpful. But to be honest, I'm going to try to prioritize just finding out the third item. If I can get that third item figured out, the rest of this round should be a lot easier. So no other special moves for me on this turn. And now the spy's going to go. All right, let's see. All right, spy's going diagonally, which isn't great because that means the spy's kind of cutting off that angle and getting closer to me, which I don't love. All right, so then spy gets a new discovery card. We tuck that one under the previous one, and now it's my turn again. So you know my MO here. I'm going to keep running. Go down to south, and let's take a look at what we got. Oh, love it. Okay, that's really good. All right, so one thing I didn't mention at the beginning of the round here is that you can make the game harder by removing the ×2 cards, because the ×2 cards actually do make a real big difference. So I didn't. I kept it as just the basic difficulty. So the ×2 card is in there. And so now on my turn, I am going to go ahead and use that ×2. Now remember, I can only do this once per turn. I can only buy stuff from the case files once a turn. So I can't go ahead and buy an evidence item and then like also buy the red herring. That would be nice if I could, but I can't. So I'm going to buy this final evidence item. Okay. All right, so I have none of the evidence. Great. But now I know that I'm safe to throw away this laptop if I ever need to, which is great. Okay, spy's turn. So we ran out of spy cards. So I'm just going to return all these to the deck, and then I'll shuffle them, and then we'll start again. All right, so spy's going right. One thing I didn't mention is the max number of discovery cards that can be in any location is 2. So even if the spy came back and landed on this espresso lane again, they wouldn't put a third card there. It's just 2. All right, so let's see. Let's draw to table face down. All right. This card over here. Okay. All right, so it's my turn, and I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to discover. Yes. Okay, so I'm in a really good position. I honestly only need one more clue. These false lead cards, I actually don't need to buy any of them because I know once I buy this red herring, I know all the info that I'm going to need. I know the 3 pieces of evidence that I require, and I know what the red herring is going to be. So I essentially can push towards the end of the game here once I buy this red herring, which is, of course, what I'm going to do. Okay. And then let's see what we got. Oh, so the laptop was the bad card. So that's very valuable to know. The next time I hit a bomb, I will definitely be throwing away the laptop to get it out of my tableau. This actually, so far this round has been about as clean and good a round as I have had so far. Getting that red herring early is super, super, super helpful. If you don't, you can get caught really late accidentally grabbing the red herring in your kind of panic to get all the evidence items. And when that happens, you don't have time to get it out of your tableau. But now that I got it super early, the next bomb I hit, it's out of the hand, and then I don't have to worry about the red herring. So yeah, I mean, as far as games, I swear I didn't stack the deck. I didn't stack the deck to make it look like I'm a savant or something. Okay. So now I know the laptop, and now it is the spy's turn. Okay, so spy's going back left, which is exactly what I mentioned a minute ago. They're not going to get another, they don't get another discovery card here, which is actually good and bad. It slows things down, right? Because this discovery deck is kind of the timer, but it also makes it so there's less discovery cards out there for me to go get. But, such is life. All right, so now I got to think a little bit about what my path is going to be through this section. These two discovery cards came out of the deck later. I think all three of these did, if I remember correctly. And that means that there's a higher probability that there's bombs in there. I'm pretty sure every card on the board now, I think I've gone to every location, maybe. My memory for that kind of stuff is bad. So I'm going to go over here. All right, let's see what we got. Hidden camera, beautiful. Okay, so I got one of the evidence items. This, obviously, I'm going to protect with my life. If it ever leaves because of a bomb or because the spy touches me, there's not a way I can win. So hidden camera is staying in the tableau. I don't have anything else I want to do right now, so I'm just going to chill out. And now the spy's going to go. Uh-oh. All right, so spy again is cutting off the corner towards me, which definitely makes my I'm okay because I'm not going to spend this clue, so I need to get rid of the laptop anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. And then the new discovery card, and this is where kind of the timer starts kicking in, right? So there's 4 cards left in this discovery pile, right? And there's all these cards out on the board. I still need to find these 2 items, the passport and the photograph. So I can't really dilly-dally here, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to really make sure that like every turn I'm picking up a discovery card so that I don't run out of time here. Okay, so it's my turn. All right, so the hotel would actually be very cool if I was ready to accuse the spy. This would be perfect, right? Because I could move up to the hotel, lure the spy to the hotel, and then I could accuse the spy on my turn. But that's okay. I'm gonna go back here to Paragon Bank. I'm not actually going to use the bank's ability to make the spy move left or right. Because if the spy moves on me, that's fine. I need to get rid of this laptop anyway. Let's take a look at what card I get first, then we'll decide what we're going to do here. Oh my gosh. I love it. You guys are going to see like the world's most perfect round of Harsh Shadows. So I have 2 out of the 3. I got the passport. I got the hidden camera. I got to get rid of this laptop. I have the spy bugged already. I'm in sweet position. All right. Let's see what the spy does. All right, spy's gonna go here and draw another discovery card. The interesting thing, right, is that it might be that the third one isn't even on the board, right? Like it could be that third card that I need is actually buried in the discovery deck still. And so I might still have to do a lot of bouncing around and sort of following the spy and picking up the pieces. We'll see. So I'm going to actually... I'm pretty confident that I'm going to hit a bomb eventually, so I don't really need the spy to land on me because I don't want to set up a situation where that spy is just right next to me turn after turn after turn. So I'm going to move away from the spy. even though I could kind of use him to get rid of some of the stuff I don't want in my hand. All right, let's see what we got. Binoculars. Okay, so that's cool. I don't need the binoculars, so it's just more sort of trash I can throw away if I need to. And that is, let's see. No, that's just the hotel. I don't want to do that. So that's my turn. Now we're going to, the spy can't do that. So the spy is going to go up here, because that's the only way that the spy can go. All right. So I think I'm going to have to play a little bit of next to the spy here for a bit and hope I don't get caught. So I'm going to go up to Espresso Lane. And this is the one where I could force the spy to sort of stay put, but I'm going to honestly, I'm going to hold out on that one because that can be really helpful at the very end when I need to catch this dang spy. So I'm not going to use it. If he steps on me, we'll deal with that then. All right, so let's discover this card. Another clue, okay. It's fine. All right, so that's my turn. Now the spy's going to go. Perfect. That's fine. And spy gets a new card. All right, so we're getting down to the end here. I really hope that I get lucky on one of these draws. Or, this is kind of the balance of the game. More often than not, you do end up with this final kind of crazy chase because it's very, very rare that you're going to get everything before the final 4 rounds. So maybe I'll get lucky. We'll see. I'm going to move down here. Discover. More clues. I don't need any more clues. Okay. And now the spy is going to go. I'm not going to... Could I even track him if I wanted to? No, I can't. Or no, I can. If I wanted to, I could track the spy there, but I'm not going to. We're going to let the spy do their thing. Okay, so can't go either of those locations. So the spy's going to go down. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go here. And I'm going to discover the phone. Just getting a pile of evidence here, but nothing that's going to get me that spy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Games cupboard. Thank you. See? Yes, I love you guys. Thank you. I did not draw a discovery card for the spy, so that would have been a big mistake. Appreciate that. All right. So I moved up, did my thing, got the phone. I'm not going to do anything else. We're going to do the spy. Spy's going to go left. All right, so that's perfect because I wanted to kind of rotate around here and try to maximize these final locations because the next spy card, the next discovery card that gets drawn is the last one, and then I have 4 turns to run this spy down. So here we go. I'm going to go over to the carousel, or carnival, excuse me. All right, and oh no, gosh, I would have thought by now I would have hit a bunch of bombs. My whole plan was I was going to hit a bomb to get rid of this laptop, but I just haven't had it happen yet. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything else. So it's the spy's turn. So we're going to return all these, shuffle them, and then draw a spy's movement. All right, so this is actually kind of nice. Spy goes down here and doesn't generate a discovery card, which buys me a turn to steal another discovery card, which is great. So I'm going to move down. Okay, my next turn I can move to any other location. So I'm not going to... Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get the... Oh, okay. All right, so I got a bomb. No big deal. My turn ends on the bomb, even though I'm going to throw away a card. I'm just going to throw away... I'm going to hoard this evidence. I just love... for some reason, Agent Torres just loves evidence. So I'm going to throw away a clue. And I'm going to... Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Jeez. I'm going to throw away the laptop. What am I doing? All right, so I'm going to throw away the laptop because that's the red herring. We have successfully cleared another bomb. And that is the end of my turn. Okay, so spy's going to go. All right. Can't go right, can't go down. Aha! Gonna go left. Almost was a problem. Okay, so let me think about this. if I go here, I could discover there, then I could go diagonally, and I could go diagonal, but then I'm way up here again. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go north. Let's show me the photographs. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Another bomb. Yes. Lego Brains 11 saving me again. I did not do a discovery card for the second turn in a row right after I got finished talking about that. Okay, so we are out of discovery cards for the spy. And I just hit my third bomb. And so I'm going to throw away a clue. Like I said, I don't really need the clues, so I can just toss those out. Okay, so now this is where the countdown starts. All right, so I got 4 turns. And the way that it's going to work is every turn, this is now in a situation where it's called the spy is on the run. All right, so I have 4 turns once the spy is on the run. And then at the end of, you only rotate this card if they move to a location that doesn't have a discovery card in it at the end of their turn, right? So if he moves around through these discovery spaces, I don't have to rotate it. But every time he goes to a location that has no discovery cards, we do rotate it. And if we get to the 1, he gets 1 more move. And then if I would need to rotate it to 0, the spy has gotten away. So that's how that's going to work. All right, let me just make sure I have the chat up on the screen. All right. Okay, so this is the final mess here. It is now his turn. And let's see where he goes. All right, so he's going to go diagonally up to the left. And that's not good because he just hit a location that doesn't have a discovery card. So I would have to draw one. And so I'm going to rotate this to the 3 side. So we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot more turns here, gang. What I'm going to try to do is stay close to the bus station, so that I can jump on a bus and go get the spy if need be. Oh man, yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky towards the end here. All right, I'm going to try for the library because that's the only place I can actually get to. And I'm going to discover the card there. Another bomb. All right, so we're going to defuse that with a clue. That ends my turn, which is not great. And then it's the spy's turn. All right, spy's moving down, which is no good, gang. So we rotate this to 2. Yeah, Lego Brain says, you did say you were planning on all the bombs at the same time. Yeah, that's right. Well, they all came at the same time. So there's none, if I did my math right, I think they're all gone? Yeah, so all the bombs are gone, so that's at least good. Now, I have a situation here. I have 3 locations left. And I need to hope that the next location I hit, I think if I go to the casino, I think I'm going to be out of luck, right? Because the spy could move either of these locations, that would turn it to 1. And then if they were at the hotel, they're too far away for me to get them in time. So I think I need to go to the bank. Because I'd still, no matter where the spy went, I would be 1 turn away from the spy. Yeah, I think I got to just gamble here and hope that it's the photographs. Here we go. Oh, a bullet to my heart. A gun. Okay, so that's not helpful. And I think, let's see. So during the spy's next turn, they only move left or right. I could force the spy to go only left or right, which that actually might help me. Because if the spy moved here, I would throw a card away. I could move to the casino, pick a card, and then if they moved left or right again, they would be with me and I could accuse them. So I'm actually going to track. I'm going to track the spy. I haven't tracked them the second time, So I'm going to take a look at what he's going to do. All right, so he can't move left. He can move diagonally up to the right. If he goes there, and then I move here, pick up a card, hope it's the right card. He's right here. I could force him to only move diagonal and hope he moves here. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's probably the best thing I can do right now. So I'm not gonna do this this left or right thing. I'm gonna let the spy do their movement. So my turn's over. I'm gonna let spy do their movement. They're gonna go here. That's gonna turn this to 1. Okay. All right, on my turn, I'm gonna move to the casino. And you gotta be kidding me. So the only chance I have is this spy steps in with me. He would not rotate because this is a card with the discovery card in it. And then I could next turn pick up the discovery card and accuse the spy. I think I can do that even if the spy is just in my space. Jason, if you're still here, if you could weigh in on that, that would be helpful. Okay, so let's see what the spy does. I'm actually going to use this ability to make the spy only move diagonally, and I'm going to hope that the card I draw is diagonally down to the right. Yes! 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 Incredible. Games cupboard. No, I do not believe you can stay in the same location. Oh no. Jason says sorry to say that you'd have to move to the location. Okay, so here he comes. I can't stay in the same location, so I'm going to lose anyway. That's sad. Even after all that and all the excitement that I had for a big win. So he's going to move to me. The way this would work is I'd have to throw away a card because he landed on me. So I'd throw away a card. He moved to a location that has a discovery card. So he doesn't advance the tracker at all, so he doesn't get away. And then on my turn, I could go to one of these locations, but that doesn't help me. That's one of the things with sort of planning your movement to move around the board. When there's two cards in a location, I should have thought of that you need to make sure that you're clearing that top level of cards, because you can't just spend 2 turns pulling a card out of the location. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed. No, games cupboard. Unfortunately, the bank, they only move left or right, so that doesn't help me. The one that keeps them from moving is Espresso Lane Cafe, which I can't get up to. So if I move here, there's nothing I can do here. Nothing I can do, and then we're gonna draw face up, and he can't do that, so he's gonna go here, and then he gets away. Whoosh! He runs off into the distance, and I didn't catch him. I can't believe how good my start was, and then I just got unlucky with the location pulls. That's pretty emblematic of kind of the stuff that can happen in this game, right? I played a pretty successful first, 10 turns or whatever, and I thought, all right, I got this in the bag. And just based on my movement and kind of the order of things coming out of the discovery deck, I would have to look back to see when this photographs card came out of the discovery deck. I don't know if it came out early or late, but it could have been down in the casino for quite some time. I'd have to look back and check. So yeah, all right. Well, that's the first playthrough there. That was kind of a bummer. I thought I was going to take it. So let me know if questions, or Jason, if I made any mistakes. One of the questions that I had while I was playing the rules, I mentioned this earlier, is if you use one of these locations abilities, say this one, that they can only move left or right. The way that I've been doing that is I've just been drawing cards until I get a left or right. I didn't know if that was the right way to do it, but that is how I have been doing it. Okay, yeah, that Jason says that's the right way to play it. Okay, so yeah, that's how I've been playing those. And then other than that, if you were to go grab the print and play right now, as far as I'm concerned, the rules are super solid. And you could cut it out and just give it a go currently. And you know, obviously the way I played it while y'all were watching is a lot slower than how it plays in real life when you're actually sitting there by yourself, just kind of hammering it through. In my playthroughs, I've been able to get through in like 15 minutes, no problem, which is a really good length, I think, for a solo game. And this one, it when you do win it, and I won it on my first try and I haven't won since. When you do win it, it feels really good, which is cool. All right, so I think I might do another one, and we'll see if we can do better. But you guys are going to have to watch me sort of reorganize some stuff here, because I got to make sure I shuffle the deck the right way so we have the right amount of bombs and stuff in it to start. So if anybody has any questions, definitely while I'm doing this, shout them out in the chat. And either I can answer them or Jason, actually one of the two members of Wonderspell, is actually in the chat, so he'd be able to answer some questions for you as well. All right, so I'm going to remove these from the deck. Okay, go back into full screen mode, and then we're going to add these. Return. We're going to actually delete this deck. All right. So all of these cards are going to be added to the Discovery deck. Okay, I think that's all. This one needs to be returned to the Discovery deck. All of these need to be returned to the Discovery deck. Okay. Oh, I put one bomb back in. Dang it. Let's find that bomb, people. It's going to be the last card. All right, there it is. All right, so now you get to see a little bit of kind of how it starts, right? The way that it starts is you shuffle the cards, the Discovery cards, you pull out all the bombs, and then you draw 8 cards face down. Okay, and so these 8 cards you're going to combine with 1 bomb card. So the way that it's a little bit of a in Vorpal, I have to take a couple little steps here. I have to actually remove them from the deck, create a new deck that is my brain here is just these 9 cards, so that I can draw them out. Of course, every single time it asks me if I'm sure I want to do that, and yes, system, I am sure I want to do that. Okay, so now I have a deck that's just 9 cards, and these are going to be my starting 9 cards, and then the rest of the bombs go back in the original deck, and that's what I'm going to draw through the entire time. So they go back in here, and these are my starting 13 cards. All right, so then I'm going to return all the cards, all the location cards to their deck, and then I'm going to return all the evidence cards to their deck. All right, so then I shuffle these 3 decks. And then what I've always done is I just take the top card and make that the middle. And then I just sort of work my way around. You can kind of do it however you want, as long as you end up with your 9 locations. So at least I'll get the library this time. I didn't need it last time. I was so lucky with my clue purchasing that it didn't matter that I would have benefited from the library. But maybe this time the playthrough will be a little bit different. You guys can see a win maybe. All right. Cool. Okay, and then we just deal out the 9 Discovery cards, and as we mentioned, as I mentioned, there's now only 1 bomb is out there because I had to shuffle the deck that way. That's kind of the only real setup thing that you have going on, is just to kind of make it so you got the right cards to start with. And obviously, this is much faster when you're talking about doing it with physical components. All right, and then I'm going to shuffle the confiscated items, and then essentially the way this works is I just draw 1, and I put it in the red herring, and then I'm going to draw 3, put that in the evidence, and then draw 4 and put those in the false leads. This guy goes back to the 4. This guy gets flipped over. This guy gets flipped over. These guys return. And we'll actually play the other sides this time. So I start in the bottom right. I'm Agent Davis, I think. Yep. And we're going after the Wolf Rose. We're going to catch her this time, I swear. All right, cool. Okay, so we're ready to rock for another playthrough. I probably won't explain stuff as much this second playthrough, but for sure, if anybody has any questions about what I'm up to or why I'm doing things, give me a shout. Okay, so let's see. Okay, library's over here. I am going to try my same opening strategy because I'm actually pretty happy with how that worked last time, and it's been working pretty well in my personal playthroughs. Yes, I love it. Okay, so I have to use my bomb diffusal kit right out of the gate. So that's a bummer. And that ends my turn, which is even worse of a bummer. All right, so let's see what the Rose does. Let's shuffle these. Okay, that would have been... How amazing would that have been if she'd have just stepped on me and that would have been the end of the game? That would have been really anticlimactic. All right, so she goes down and draws a new... Let's shuffle these. I think I shuffled them. All right, face down. Cool. All right, I'm going to get the heck away from her for the moment because I don't have any cards. Question in chat for Jason, actually. I saw the images from the printer. Will the box be able to fit the cards sleeved? And Jason says no, but we are going to offer a taller print and play version for those interested in that option. Okay, so let's see. All right, laptop. The cursed laptop. And definitely not going to do that right now. She's going to go... Man, she's following me. Okay. I'm going to get the heck away from her if I can. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Give me some clues. Let's see. What is this one? We'll move left to right. I'm going to use this right now. I'm going to force her to only go left or right. I don't want her stepping on me. Way too early for me to start losing evidence cards. So I'm going to flip the bank. And then when she moves... Wow, she would have stepped on me. Whew. All right, so she's instead going to go left. That's great. It's nice, you know, one of the things that I think has so far been very cool for me in these plays is when stuff works out in this game, whether or not it was because of chance or because you like made a smart move, you feel good, right? Which I think is important for any game where you're playing solo, just that you kind of feel smart while you're playing it. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to, stay the heck away from her. Since I hit that bomb right out of the gate, I know that everything that's on top here is all golden. So I'm going to kind of do the tour here and just get everything I can. All right, a clue is good. I'm going to save my clue, I think. Yeah, see, that's... yeah, I'm saving the clue. Internal struggle there. All right, let's see what she's going to do. Can't go either of those locations, so can't go that way. So she's going to come back into the middle of the field here and get a new discovery card. Okay, so we're in dangerous territory. What's the hotel do again? Adjacent spy must move here on their turn, then flip this card. Oh, that's kind of clever. Okay. Oh, so yeah, if you got the that's clever. If you got the bug there, I don't know why I never put this together, but if you got the bug there and then activated this card and then kind of got away, if the spy ever gets near, they'll get sort of sucked to the hotel. I don't want to do it right now because I'm not interested in the spy stepping on me, but for future plays, that's something that I might try to pull off. Okay, so I'm going to go here and just really hope I don't screw this up. All right, so I definitely got a lot of evidence. Once I can actually start buying some stuff, I'll find out if it's good or not. Trying to decide if I'm going to put the tracking bug here. I'm not... You know what? I'm going to. I'm going to try to pull that off. Not on this turn. Maybe I'll try to pull it off on a later turn once she moves away. This might be a really bad idea, but that's what being a covert agent is all about. All right. Okay, so I put the tracking bug here. It's off. And that's the end of my turn. Okay. So she goes here. And I'm going to go here. You cannot activate a location before you move. You always have to move. So I couldn't activate this, even though it would be very good for me to activate it, because then she would move on to it on her next turn. But you can't do that. All right, let's see what I found. Yes, that's what I love to see. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 clues to get my first evidence item. Photographs, of course. Nothing that I'm carrying. And that's my turn. Let's see. Okay, that's not helpful to me right now. So let's see what she does. Okay. All right. So I still can't do it. I need to get her entirely away from being adjacent before I turn this on, because I don't want her to step on me. So we're gonna go north and hope we get a clue. Oh, love it. So what's interesting here is that this Royal Library, I didn't have this last game because it was face down in the middle, but confiscated item cards actually cost 1 less clue to reveal. So it doesn't help me because I have a 2 and I don't think I can, take a clue out of the bank. So I'm not going to use this right now. I'm not going to activate this. So instead, I'm just going to spend the 2. Lego Brains, you have to take the top one. You do not get to choose when there are 2 discovery cards. I think. Yeah. Yes, Jason said top, so I was right. Okay, so I spent the 2. I'm going to get another evidence item. Laptop. All right, that's great. Yeah, that's exactly right, Lego Brains. I know that all these top ones are safe, so I can pretty much zoom on through these top ones without fear of hitting a bomb, since I hit the bomb on the first turn. All right, so I know I have the laptop. That's great. And then it's photographs, which laptop and photographs both were in the important cards last time. All right, so it's her turn. All right, she's going left. Dang it. I want her to clear out of my bug. I guess if she steps on it herself, that's fine. But I was hoping to use that little trick. All right, so... Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna move north. This is the one that lets me move anywhere if I want. Which I don't think I'll use, but we'll see what we find. All right, a clue. That's great. I am going to hold on to that clue. I'm going to run my same clue strategy as I ran last game. It worked so well for me last game. And then we're going to see what she is up to. Okay, great. All right, so she moves up to the espresso bar. The only thing I feel like I have not done as well this game, because of that first turn, I got discovery cards all over the place. Hey, Jason Tagmeyer in chat. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay, so now we have both halves of Wonderspell in the house. That's great. Okay, so she moved up here, got a new discovery card. And now it's my turn. So what am I gonna do here? So I know that this one is safe. but I don't love the idea of stepping next to her. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go back to the library. And my reasoning for this is that I can now use this one clue card. Thanks, Lego Brains, for the shuffle reminder. I did not hit a quick key, so that would have been potentially a disaster. All right, so here I'd be able to actually spend one less and get a evidence item. So I'm going to move back down to the library. Let's see what I find. Okay, a clue. That's cool. So I'm going to use the ability of the library to spend one less clue to get the third evidence item. Code and message. All right, we are in business. We got 2 of the 3. And we still have a clue that we can use to buy the red herring, which is perfect, which is similar to the position we were in last game, and it didn't work out, but maybe this time it'll work out. So that's the end of my turn. And let's see what she's going to do. She's going to go left, which does not generate a discovery card, which is pretty good. Which actually makes me feel like I can steal a turn here. And by that, I mean I'm going to not get a discovery card this round. I'm going to jump down to the hotel, and I'm actually going to activate the hotel, which means if she ever gets adjacent to the hotel, her next turn she will be pulled right to the hotel, because I want her to get the tracking bug on. So then on my turn, I'm going to spend my 1 clue to identify the red herring, and it's hidden camera. Perfect. Not in my inventory, and that is the end of my turn. So now we're going to... She's going to move here. Okay, cool. And... Okay, so next turn, she's going to move here. She's going to get pulled there by my hotel gambit. So I am going to move north, I think. What does the post office do for me? You know what? Actually, no. I can force her to only go up or down. Oh no, she's gonna move here next turn. So yeah, that's fine. I'll go here. So I don't have this discovery card get kind of isolated by itself as I move upwards. So let's see, maybe we'll get lucky. Give me those. What do I need? Photographs? A gun. Okay, that's fine. So I'm not gonna use this they only move up or down, because on her turn, we're going to rotate this back. I assume that we don't draw a card, because that wouldn't make sense. So I'll flip this over, and she just gets pulled. And now the tracking bug is on. Love it. All right, so I got her tracked. And she generates a discovery card. All right, so now I'm headed north. Let's see what I got here. All right, a clue, not helpful. Good defense though. And then I've already used this location, so I'm going to let her go. She's going to go left, which actually is not good. She's all the way over there, generating discovery cards. Not super helpful for me. Where's the bus? Bus is over here. Okay. All right, we're going to go north. And okay, bomber, but that's okay. And that ends my turn, which means I can't use the espresso bar to keep her from moving, which is what I was gonna do, but that's okay. Okay, so my turn's over because I hit a bomb. Now it's her turn. She can't do either of those, so now she's going right. And that does generate a new discovery card. Okay. So on my turn, what does the casino do for me? They can only move diagonal. All right, I'm going here. Phone. Man, just getting really unlucky. If it's the last card again, I swear I'm gonna rip this software piece by piece until I figure out why it did that twice in a row for me. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I'm not gonna track her. Yeah, we'll let her go. Yeah. All right, so she's going to move here, which is a bummer because she's really spreading these discovery cards out, and now she's on the run. So next turn we will start having the on the run. But the nice thing is that everywhere she goes essentially has a discovery card on it. So it's going to take her a little bit to actually get away from me. All right, so it's my turn, and I'm going to move down here. I don't necessarily have to worry too much about her because I have some cards that I can throw away. So let's see what I find here. Clue. Okay. So I got some cards that I can ditch if I need to. I'm not going to track her. I'm going to kind of let her do her thing. And she's going to go up, which doesn't adjust the tracker because she landed, or the runaway timer here on the run timer because she landed on a card with a discovery. Or landed on a location with a discovery card, so that's good. And then I'm going to move down here. Another clue. Okay. And I'm not going to track her. We're still in a good position where no matter where she goes, it's not going to hurt me. All right, so then she's going to go here. All right, now let me think. She is on the run, but I can't reverse the countdown card yet because it hasn't gone down yet. So going there doesn't help me. And then these two locations are already burned, so neither of them helps me. I'm going to go just on a hunch, and I'm going to go over here to the bank. And we're going to see what's there. Another clue. Okay. All right, let's see what she does. Okay, so she went to one of the locations that's not helpful for me. So this is going to rotate one. And now it is my turn. So I need to stay pretty close in case I get lucky. I'm actually going to move back here to keep the probability of her hitting a location that already has a discovery higher. If I went to this here or here, I would take that discovery card, and that would make it so she would step in a location that doesn't have a discovery. Hidden camera. Oh, that's the red herring. Okay. So I need to get rid of this before the end of the game. My luck on the draw continues. There's something I can do here with the location, so there's no need for me to track her. We're just going to let her. We'll shuffle this. And then draw face up. All right, so she can't go diagonally down. She's going to go here, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted her to do, so she didn't cause the runaway timer to continue. Sunset and reverse the countdown, right? Oh yeah, Sunset Park can reverse the countdown. Yeah, that's right. I can go over here, reverse the countdown one, and get the discovery card. Yeah, perfect. Unless I hit a bomb, which I might. I've hit, I think, only 2 so far. Let's see. So here we go. Okay, well that's all right, because the hidden camera I'm going to throw away. So that gets it out, which is good, but I don't get to use the Sunset Park because my turn ends. I don't get to track her. I don't get to do anything. So let's see. Let's see what she does. She's going left, which is good. Didn't hit the tracker, or didn't hit a non-discovery. All right, so at this point, I'm going to have to start eating up the rest of these discoveries. So I'm going to go here. Luckily, I got rid of the hidden camera, so I'm good there. Binoculars. If it's the last card again, I swear. Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Jason Greeno says, chat is like the people in my ear as a spy. You know, Lego Brains is like, hey, get yourself to Sunrise Park. Okay, so I didn't get anything helpful there, which is fine. It's all going to be okay, guys. I don't really see any utility in tracking her because wherever she goes, she's going to go. I can't stop her or anything, so I don't think I'm going to track her. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Lego Brain says, yeah, except they whispered into my ear and I ended up on a bomb. So maybe they're a double agent. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Wolf Rose is going to move up here. So I actually been very lucky with the agent or the spy movement in the last couple turns here that they're not advancing the on the run tracker, which is good. Okay, so I'm gonna move. I mean, there's only 3 cards left. I'm gonna move here. Wait. Let me think. So I'm actually gonna move. No, I'm gonna move here because I want to sort of end on the bus station after getting these discovery cards. Because then on my next turn, I'll be able to move wherever she is, and I want to accuse getting off the bus. That flashing my bus pass while I accuse the spy and arrest her. Okay, so move here. Give me, what do I need? I need the photographs. Okay. All right, I've clear of bombs. All right, so I'm going to throw away a clue. We're good. And now the agent's going to go. All right, so agent's going to go left to the bus station, which is great because that doesn't advance the tracker. I continue to get very lucky on the spy movement. I think I said agent there, but I meant spy. All right, so it's my turn. I'm going to go to the casino. And this is going to be it. This is it, gang. And it's the last card again. Man, the luck. Okay. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm at the casino. I actually don't think... I mean, I think I have this one beat no matter what happens here. Because I think even if she moved on me, I'd throw away a card. Then I'd move to the bus station, discover my final piece of evidence. She would go. That would get her down to 1. And then on my turn, I would be moving directly to her and I would accuse her. So I think I got it, actually. I don't think there's a way this could go wrong. So I don't think I need to do anything. I don't think I need to flip this or anything. I think I got a W here. So I'm going to do nothing and I'm going to let her go. So she is going to step on me. Hello. No big deal. I'm going to throw a clue away. And that makes the tracker to 2. And then I'm going to move to the bus station. And I'm going to get my last piece. I did it. Finally got my 3 pieces of evidence, which is the end of my turn. And then I'm going to activate this. So on my next turn, I get to go wherever I want. Now it's her turn. Oh, look at that. Hey there. All right, so here's a question for Jason and Jason. I'm going to throw away a card. I'm on her square. I can just accuse right now, right? Please tell me I don't have to move. If I have to move... Wait. Okay, I can accuse. Yes! Okay, all right. So I'm going to accuse her with photographs, with the laptop, and with the coded message. And we put Wolf Rose in the slammer. We got her. Okay, sweet. So that one turned out to be last turn also. So both games really, really good, because I think what it shows is that it balances really well, right? Even if you think you're doing very well, things kind of balanced out on that first game a lot quicker than I was expected. And then this round, I started out bad, got a bomb on the first pull. But then, I was still able to do some interesting things. I was able to use that hotel to get the bug onto the spy, and then I got lucky on on her movement. I think that's the thing. Like, even no matter what you do, some stuff can go wrong one way or the other. I was very lucky that she moved around pretty regularly onto cards with discovery cards still there towards the end of the game. So no, that was good. I think both of those playthroughs are really cool. They both showed some interesting stuff that can happen in the game. I'm happy that I won, even though I got the final evidence piece I needed was the last location. So I feel good about that. But okay, so this is Harsh Shadows. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it's available for pre-order right now. I'll post. Let's see. I will post the link to actually go and pre-order if you're interested in pre-ordering. And then at that location, you can get a copy of the print and play. It's a black and white copy of the print and play, but otherwise it's totally playable. There's not that many cards, so generating that print and play either into paper or using a tool like Vorpal to just sort of drag the images in to build stuff is definitely doable. If anybody has any questions about the game, about fulfillment, about timelines, about anything, you could throw them into the chat, and maybe Jason, one of the two Jasons, could answer your questions. And then also, if you have any questions about Vorpal board, one thing I didn't mention is, like, our system is based on being able to play games with more than one player. You can play solo games in it like this. You can generate PMPs. You can take PMPs and build them into a platform to let you play digitally. Or you could invite somebody to join you, and you'd have their video camera, their video and audio right here in the website as well, and you guys can play cards. You can play card games, you can play role-playing games, you can play board games, whatever. So if you're interested in that, definitely check us out as well. Warp Drive Dude, hey, will you be running virtual stuff at Gen Con this year? So that's a good question. We will be physically present at Gen Con this year. At least two of us, maybe all three of us. We are hoping to have some presence at the virtual event as well, because we did some Gen Con stuff at the last virtual event. So we're hoping to have some games running, community members running some stuff. But as far as what the three of us will be up to, we'll probably all be at the show, as long as the show goes through. And it looks like it probably will, but you never know. Streaming wise, I probably will not be streaming next Tuesday. We will see. Warp Drive Dude, if you're going to be at Gen Con, yeah, we are going to be participating in Dwarven Forge's booth. So we'll be sharing some space. We'll have a setup there, and just sort of, chatting with people about the platform, and then selling hardware as well. So if you're there, yeah, definitely swing by and say hi. I'd love to chat with everybody. So next week I probably won't be streaming. We'll see. I have a couple things I got to do in the evening, so I might not be able to pull it off. But definitely, you can follow us on Twitter if you want to see future streams, and definitely follow Wonderspell on Twitter for more information about this game. I'll put the Jasons on. I'll put you guys under the gun right now. Do you guys have future plans for this game, for like expansion stuff, or any sort of challenge modes or anything? I feel like you could do some interesting things with maybe the layouts of the locations, or maybe making the map a little bit different shapes or sizes or something. Yeah, Jason Greeno says I'll let Jay Tagmeyer answer that one. And then Jason Tagmeyer says ha 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 ha. So we'll see if we get an answer. But I do think that this game has, like, I really think that this is a very interesting platform that you could build a lot of other interesting ideas off of, right? There's a lot of things that you could do to change it up, different spy powers, different agent powers. Of course, I'm simplifying this stuff, not being a game designer, but I'm sure it's a lot harder than I would think it is. But there's some harder modes in the rules. Yeah, Jason's right about that. I mentioned that you can actually increase the difficulty if you want, if you just get so good at this that you need it to be harder. And then I'm not going to demand some sort of expansion right out of the gate, Jason, but I do think it would. I think this game could be pretty cool with some more modes, or even some sort of versus mode. And I'm sure that would be difficult, but it would be cool if the spy and the agent could be kind of controlled, maybe to play against each other. But that might just be a totally different game. Yeah, it's cool. But Jason said we talked about some small promo stuff like character abilities or location abilities. Yeah, that's cool. I think that'd be really neat. So yeah, I enjoy it. If you are watching this stream and you weren't a backer, I'd hardly recommend it. I'm not generally a solo player, but I've started to get a lot more into solo games during the sort of the pandemic and quarantine time. If it's something that I can do in like 15 minutes, that's actually been really nice for me. And this is one that, like, as I said, when you're playing by yourself, it's really fast, and you can hammer through some sessions really quick. So one of the things that I think a game like this kind of really benefits from is if the time investment is too big and there's the possibility that you could have one of those really nasty rounds where just like you get a couple bad pulls and the spy's like right on top of you the whole time and you can't get anything done and then you end up losing. It doesn't feel bad. You know, it's like, okay, well, that was a 5-minute game. It's fine. So yeah, definitely cool. And I'd check it out. Captain Chaos 420. Thank you very much, James. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out and checking out the stream. So I will hang out for a couple minutes here in case other people have any questions for the Jasons. But otherwise, you know, follow the channel if you enjoy the streams. We stream all sorts of stuff. A lot of times it's the team, so it's me, Mike, and Thad, and we're playing games either with or against each other. But we also do streams like this where we play games that aren't out yet, or we have designers come on and play it with us, which is always fun to watch me try to play against a designer who generally crushes me. But yeah, I like this one a lot, so check it out. Warp Drive Dudes is a very cool game. Love the spy theme. Just pre-ordered it. Great, we did it. Jason's, I'll be sending you a bill in the mail for Warp Drive Dudes purchase. No, but that's great. I'm glad that other people were able to discover it. I think it's really cool, and I think it's worth people's money. I believe it was. I hope I'm right here. I believe it was $12. I'm actually gonna check real quick. I don't want to be wrong here. The pledge was for $12, and you're saving $3 off the retail price for pledging on the Kickstarter. So it's $15. The pre-order is $12 though, so you can still get it at the $12 rate if you hurry and do the pre-order. So that's great. Check it out, grab it, and then it's a $3 print and play. And this is the print and play. So this is the quality that you'd have from the print and play, and I couldn't be happier with that version as well. I think that's probably it for me. We got to show off some cool Vorpal, some newish Vorpal functionality tonight. We did a lot of card back stuff, deck backs. This game was one that we were kind of waiting to stream until we had card backs and deck backs, and I think probably it was pretty obvious why, because the card backs are actually really important to the gameplay here, being able to flip over the cards. And I think that's it. So what we're gonna do is, for folks who are hanging on here, we're gonna do a raid. I think we're gonna raid Ruel again. We're gonna raid Ruel Gaviola, who's another really cool board game Twitch streamer. And we're gonna raid into his channel. And I'm always nervous that I'm gonna mess this up. So if I do, I apologize. But thanks everybody for hanging out, and let's go show Ruel some love. All right. So I'm going to be sending you off. Thanks everybody. Jason, thanks much for supplying me with the print and play to play. I really enjoyed the game, and congratulations on the Kickstarter, and I hope the fulfillment goes really well. Good night, everybody.